Hello, and welcome to The Ordeal. I want to start by saying that I don't have a negative opinion of Dr. Tyson. I'm actually a fan of his. I'm not a fanboy. I'm not like, oh my God, Dr. Tyson, you're so amazing. No, I think he does a good job. I think that he is sincere in his efforts to be a good scientist, and I think that he is sincere when he says he wants people at large just to learn more about the universe and understand science and reality better. That being said, I think that he makes some mistakes. Now, I watch a lot of his videos, and that's probably why I see things that are like, wait a second, he contradicts himself here. And I don't know, maybe I don't understand it. Maybe it's just me going, my wee little lizard brain doesn't know what he's talking about. But it seems contradictory to me, so let's take a look at what he has to say in a couple of different videos here, and we can come to an understanding, maybe, of where he is making a mistake. So sometimes people make mistakes, even illustrious PhD physicists, such as Dr. Tyson. And you can comment below as to whether or not I'm observing the situation correctly.
It wouldn't matter if you saw a flying saucer. In science, even if you have something less controversial than a flying saucer, if you come into my lab and you say, you got to believe me, I saw it, and you're one of my fellow scientists, I say, go back, go home. Go back until you have some other kind of evidence that's not just you saw it. Okay? Because human perception system is rife with all ways of getting it wrong. Okay? But we don't like thinking of ourselves that way. We have high opinions of our human biology when in fact we should not. I'll give you an example of how it reveals itself. We've all bought and enjoyed books called optical illusions, right? Well, we all love optical illusions, but that's not what they should call the book. They should call them brain failures, okay? Because that's what it is. It is a complete failure of human perception, all right? All it takes is a few sketches that are cleverly done. Your brain can't figure it out, all right? So, we are poor data-taking devices. That's why we have such a thing as science.
Should I tell you where I tuned it out, or you want to finish?
Please do.
Or do you want to finish?
Go ahead.
Okay, so I tried to. I just couldn't watch it. Right, there's a point where they were talking about.
Okay, so what they are talking about here is a movie called What the Bleep Do We Know? If you haven't seen What the Bleep Do We Know, it's a really fun movie. It's basically a bunch of people taking scientific theories and then exploring those scientific theories from a layman's point of view, and they don't know what they're talking about, and they come to all sorts of wrong conclusions. It's great. He's on the Joe Rogan program, and what I'll do is I'll link both of the videos in the description down below. So check them out, and they're both worth watching. The Joe Rogan interview with Neil deGrasse Tyson is great. He's done a couple of interviews with Neil deGrasse Tyson, and What the Bleep Do We Know is a really fun, interesting way of looking at the world that's totally wrong. So enjoy both of those, and we'll get back to the video here.
There's a point where they were talking about natives in the Caribbean seeing European ships.
Yes.
And then they said, well, because they'd never seen a ship before, they brain didn't register it as anything, and then it just disappeared.
Bullshit.
And I'm thinking, no, that's not how the brain works.
Yeah.
Excuse me, that's not how this works, okay?
Yeah.
What would happen? They might not know what they're looking at, but they'll know they're looking at something. And they've had ships. They went from island to island. That's how you get from island to island. They say, well, that's a really big version
Yeah.
of what we're doing. We've never seen anything that big before. I don't know what it is. I don't know where it came from, but I want to find out. I want to study it. I want to protect myself, whatever. So just because you've never seen, doesn't mean you're not going to register it. Excuse me? No.
Exactly.
No. Then I said, no, I can't waste I got other things I got to devote my brain energy to.
So you can't have it both ways, Dr. Tyson. Either our eyes work to detect unusual objects in our environment, or our senses and our brain are easily fooled, and we are often mistaken with what we are observing. It's one or the other. Can't be both. This is where I think he has failed in his arguments. He wants to say one thing one time and another thing another time. I've even heard him say that motorists driving want to change lanes, they look to see if there's a car. They don't look to see if there's a motorcycle. Subsequently, they don't see the motorcycle in the lane next to them, and then they hit the motorcycle. And this I've heard from other sources as well. But yeah, you can't have it both ways. Either we're good at observing things around us, especially or including unusual things, or we're bad at observing things around us. I think he's made a mistake here. Hey, Dr. Tyson, if you watch this, please correct any mistake that I've made. Anyway, thank you for watching The Ordeal. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of the videos. And I will see you next time.